morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Bridal Business. Guys, okay, I am dual streaming. I'm having a go at seeing if I can stream onto Instagram. I'm not sure how the quality will be. It's been a while. And I'm sitting in front of my window with my new webcam as well. So I hope that you guys can hear and see me okay. Please let me know. Just give me a yes in the comment box as you guys roll in. Let me know where you are from. Today we're going to talk about retention and referrals. So retention and referrals in your wedding bridal businesses. I think one of the things that we could probably tighten up on is retention and referrals, and looking at, yes, okay, a bride is a one-time thing. I'm so sorry. This is Possum, and she likes attention. I don't know if Instagram can see. Yes, sorry guys, I've got a little visitor, but she's in here today. So we're going to talk about retention and referrals. Go down, go. Retention and referrals with your wedding businesses. And the reason why I want to talk about retention and referrals is because I think that most of the time we seem to think that brides they're a one-off, right? So brides come along and we just do a wedding and then they go. But I want you to understand that you can actually make more money from your wedding businesses, not just with your brides, that with your bridesmaids, mums, with anyone else that you meet along the way. So it's really important that you understand that you can use your wedding businesses as a kind of a catalyst for growing your business. Now, I know that some of you literally just do weddings. That's your thing. And you don't do anything other than weddings. But again, we want to have referrals from our weddings. We want more brides. We want more bridesmaids. We want special occasion, maybe, to fill in the days, but perhaps we don't have a wedding. So retention and referral is definitely going to be key when it comes to building a really good reputation, right? We want to build a really good reputation in the industry. We want people to talk about us. So it doesn't matter whether you just do weddings or whether you do hair, makeup, beauty weddings. Maybe you've got a salon, maybe you work from home. It doesn't, maybe you're just freelance and you only go to other people's houses. Retention and referral is going to be the key to growing your wedding business. All right, let's talk first of all then. I'm going to bring up my first point. So I'm going to talk today about just the 5 ways that you can improve on your client retention and referral. So we're going to talk first of all, number 1 is guest experience. So if any of you didn't join me, those of you, hey guys, on Instagram, thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for those of you watching on the replay as well. For those of you that didn't join me last week, you can head over to Bridal Business School Facebook page, or you can go over to the Bridal Business School YouTube channel and re-watch my videos from last week and the week before. And we've been talking all about creating an amazing guest experience. Guest experience isn't just how you treat your brides on wedding day. It's everything, right? It's everything from your branding, right? How you look online. It's from what you say on social media. It's also about what you talk to your brides out on the phone. What are you giving your brides? How are you communicating with them? So guest experience is something where we want to make an impression on our clients. We want to make a really good impression. So if you want to increase your retention and your referrals, your guest experience is going to be absolute key. Also, how easy are you making it for them to communicate with you via your website? Do you have a web chat widget built in? Can they send messages to you? One of the things I'm working on at the moment is an actual platform for hair and beauty, particularly bridal pros that want to be able to communicate better with their clients. And so I'm going to be looking at including a web chat widget in there, so that basically, and we know what happens with web chats, don't we? You kind of think that somebody's going to be on the other end automatically and you can bounce backwards and forwards. And we know most of the time when you use one of those web chat widgets, there's no one there. There's no one on the other end. But what I'm looking at building in is a widget that goes straight to your text message. So you can actually text the brides back. And we know people don't like to call these days. They love text messages. So if we can include that in our guest experience, we can answer questions like on the spot, particularly as well if you are out and about with brides at the weekend and somebody has asked you a question and you can't actually answer it right now, but you can shoot them off a quick text in between makeup faces or in between hairstyles. That's amazing guest experience. So guest experience is definitely one of the ways that you can increase that retention and referral. Let's look at number 2. My second thing is gifts. Now, don't get too excited about this and don't get too worried about it. When I talk about gifts, I'm talking about something really, really simple that you bring to your brides and bridesmaids on wedding day. Now, I used to create a little gift pack for my bridal clients. Hey guys on Facebook, thanks for joining me. Tell me who you are and where you are from. Please let me know that in the comments. Be interactive with me and give me some likes and hearts if you're hearing me and seeing me okay. So when I used to go to my clients, when I used to go and see brides, I always used to bring what I called my SOS kit. Literally all I did was I'd go to reject shop, pound shop, dollar shop, right? And I would, buy in bulk, and I'd buy things like safety pins. I used to take some of my own professional bobby pins, band-aids, plasters. What else did I used to do? Cotton tips, even breath mints, like little mini breath mints. Hey guys on Instagram, thanks for joining. Little mini breath mints. What else would I do? We would do like cotton balls and stuff. I know some of these things are a little bit harder now with COVID to sort of have, but you can seal them in clear plastic bags and stuff. Guys, I'm talking something that costs perhaps me $4 to $5 to actually create. But the value of giving them this little cute kit and this little, dollar handy, bag that you've, or even one that you've made yourself, it goes a long way to having brides say to other people, oh my God, Dawn was amazing. And look at this is such a little cute thing. And she's put all these extra things in here. She's put all this, kind of SOS kit in here for me, in case something happens on the wedding day, right? Safety pins are always a thing. Maybe you can do things like a clear nail varnish if you wanted to. Someone gets a ladder in their tights, in their stockings. You can put a bit clear nail varnish on it to stop it from running. All really small things that cost dollars. And guys, let me tell you this: if you can't afford a $5 SOS kit in your prices, put your prices up. You're way too cheap. Because you should be able to this should be able to be absorbed in your costs, okay? So guest experience 1, gifts would be a second thing. Don't go over the top. You don't have to. Hey, what if you're if it's just a bride? Let's say you're just seeing a bride, and it's a bride and a mum that you're doing hair and makeup for, and but you know that the bride is obsessed with their new puppy. Take some puppy treats for them, right? Anything like that. If you're providing that guest experience, which we've just talked about, and we've talked about over the last few weeks, where you're actually noting and you're making a note of, who the bride is, what they're doing. Are they living with their partner now? No, they're going to be moving into their new home. That's something to think about, right? Something that you can talk to the bride about. How's the house build coming along? Right? How's the new kitten? How's the new puppy? These are all things. Oh, look what I bought you today on wedding day. And it's just something that is going to make that bride really appreciate you and, tell everyone about you. So you've got to make an impression. All right, let me talk about the third thing that you can do to help you with client retention and referrals. Okay, the third thing is gift vouchers. Now, I'm not a big fan of discounting. Having said that, when you're seeing a bride and you've got a bridal party, hey Elle, when you've got a big bridal party hanging out with you, giving away a few 20%, 30%, 40% gift vouchers means that you're going to get people coming back to you, right? Booking you again. Right? That's more income. That's income that you wouldn't have had any other time. And these are people as well. Like, generally speaking, it's the bride who connects with you, isn't it? It's the bride who finds you, the bride who connects with you. Those bridesmaids may not have come across to you if it hadn't have been for that bride. So therefore they were probably never going to be a client. But if you've gone in there with your little SOS kit and gift bag, and then you said to your bridal parties, oh, and just so that you know, I've just popped a little $20 voucher in there, $20 off your next makeup service with me. I mean, it's kind of really, in a way, nothing to you, but that could have just then brought you in a new client for special. And I wouldn't do it for weddings. I wouldn't give a 20, 40, $50 off. I wouldn't do that and say, oh, and you can come to me, you know, when you get married. No, that's not what it's for. There'd be terms and conditions behind that. But I would definitely give some kind of return voucher to my bridal parties to get them to come back for a special occasion makeup. Now, of course, you know, some people are coming in from other states and overseas, and that's fine. And they were obviously they're not going to use them, but that's, again, it's a little card. It's not wasting you any money to give them a little voucher. But I definitely look at getting something like that printed, you know, go through something like Vistaprint or Zazzle, and just get some little cards printed up, which are little vouchers, little return vouchers for them to come back and have a service with you, right? Give them a discount off of your service. Because again, this is all about getting then like referrals, but also return visits, right? Retention, getting people to come back to you and spend more money with you. All right, number 4. Let's look at number 4. What's my number 4? Email and text follow up. Okay, I'm going to bet you that none of you do this. Most people contact their bride after the wedding because they're saying, hey, can you send me some photos? How about you text or email or send a voice message to the bride that says, how was the honeymoon? We hope you had a fab time. It was such a pleasure working with you. We'd really love to see you again. Take care, you know, chat soon. How nice would that be if a bride's come off their honeymoon and you're telling them, hey, you know, it's Dawn here from Bridal Perfection. Just wanted to say what a pleasure it was to be a part of your wedding day. I hope you had a fabulous honeymoon. Okay, see you later. Bye. That's it. That's it. And email, and when I'm saying email and text follow up, I would say that, yes, you could do this. You could plug this into a system, right? Again, I'm looking at my system would be able to do this for you, that I'm looking at building for specifically for bridal stylists. And it would be able to just trigger this off, right? You could put in the date of your bride's wedding and it could trigger off this automatic text or this automatic email. But in my opinion, this should be what the system should actually do would be to notify you that the bride is now, you know, it's been a month since she did her wedding, and it should just notify you to then send a voice memo or to send a quick text asking them, you know, how was your honeymoon in Mexico, right? You need to remember those places because that shows that wasn't just a general, hey, hope you had a fab honeymoon, right? That's very generic. We want things to be personal. If you want retention and referrals, you've got to get personal with these brides. And again, it goes back to guest experience, right? Now, this is now post-wedding. The brides had their wedding, they've gone away, they've had their honeymoon, and in some instances, they may have forgotten all about you. Yes, okay, they're going to look at the photos and think, wow, I look beautiful, look how amazing my hair and makeup looked. But they're not thinking, oh, I must ring and thank the hairdresser, or I must ring and, you know, thank the makeup artist. They're not thinking about that. They've got lots going on when they've got back from their honeymoon. So for you just to send them a quick voice memo or a text, a personalized text, to say to them, well, I hope you had a fab time. It was a pleasure working with you. That's it. Don't ask them for anything. Don't ask them for the photos. You can follow up on those. What I would do, and this is, this is what I did do. Before I would see the brides, one of the things I would get the brides to give me was permission to contact their photographer. So that then, and I would get them to do that at the trial. Once everything's confirmed, you know, you've got everything booked in, you've had your trial, bride's happy, you get them just to kind of fill out a little consent that says that you would allow us to then contact the photographer directly. And if you can contact the photographer directly, then you can just approach them for when the photos are ready. Yeah, and you've got your permission from your bride to say, my bride's accepted the fact that I'm allowed to have photos. So you don't need to be pestering your bride with the follow-up text saying, hey, don't forget to send me some photos. if she replies to that voice memo, if she replies to that that personalized text message, oh, thank you, Dawn. It was brilliant. We had the best day. The girls look beautiful. I can't thank you enough. Of course, go back and say, you're absolutely welcome. Can't wait to see your photos, right? You can add that in there. But don't start with a, hey, hope you had a great honeymoon. Can you send me some photos? Make it more personalized. Retention, referral. We want those two things. All right, so we've talked about guest experience, we talked about gifts, return vouchers, email and text follow-up. My last one, of course, is testimonials. So testimonials are going to be the key, isn't it, to retention and referral, because what's going to happen is that the better experience that they have with you, the more likely they are to leave you a great review. And I've put GMB for those of you that are on Instagram. Hey guys, if you want to see on my screen, you guys can go ahead and rewatch this video in our Facebook group, which is Bridal Business School Facebook group, or on the Bridal Business School Facebook page or YouTube channel. But my last thing says GMB next to it. So Google My Business. If you haven't set up Google My Business, don't worry. I'm actually going to be going through that, I think, next week. We'll go through how to set up Google My Business. There's some great things that Google are doing for businesses, for small businesses, particularly with Google Chat or Google Messenger. So again, you know what, these platforms, they want you to stay, right? Google wants you to stay on Google because it can feed you ads, just like Facebook wanting to stay on Facebook because it can feed you ads. So we want to make sure that we're using Google to the best of our ability. And testimonials and getting those 5-star reviews on Google is going to help you with your retention and referrals. So the other thing as well you've got to remember is that when people come across your Google reviews, now you can obviously embed the Google reviews into your, you can probably embed them into your websites. People can leave you reviews on Facebook. I know that the reviews on Facebook have been a little bit up and down over the years. I think they're getting a bit better on Facebook about that. But certainly with Google My Business, Google reviews, you can actually embed those into your website. So someone who comes across your website, you've got testimonials there saying how amazing you are. You can reply to those testimonials, which you should always do. Again, replying to somebody who's given you a 4 or 5-star review is fantastic. You go back, you tell them thank you, what a pleasure it was. It is all about, if you want retention and you want referrals, you want them coming back to you, or you want to get referrals from those clients, then you've got to do your best to communicate and personalize your responses with your brides. All right, so I hope that makes sense, guys. A quick 5 ways in order to increase your retention and referrals. Let me run through them one more time and then I'm going to get out of here. All right, number 1 was guest experience. Number 2 was gifts. Number 3 was return vouchers. Number 4 was email and text follow-up, personalized. And number 5 is testimonials. So if you want to create great retention, great referrals from your existing bridal clients to get more and more of them, if you follow those 5 things, you're going to do wonders in your business and it's just going to keep growing. All right, guys, that is it. Great to talk to you guys again. I will possibly be back on again tomorrow with some more business building exercises. Guys, if you're on Instagram, you're watching me, come over tomorrow morning around the same time. Actually, it might be a bit later tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow afternoon for me in Australia. So that might be through the night for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere. But never fear, I save everything. You can go over to the YouTube channel, Bridal Business School YouTube channel, or onto the Bridal Business School Facebook page and our Facebook community group. All right, guys, that is it. We are done. Talk to you guys again real soon. Bye for now.